Hello, beautiful soul. I'm Vicki Howie of ChakraBoosters.com, the creator of Chakra Boosters Healing Tattoos, and also of CirclingSpace.com. I want to invite you to join us. It's a place online where you can come and experience more authentic communication and connection. So look at my special offers below to come join us there. Welcome to your Astro Energy Forecast for July 2022. If you're wondering where Tiffany is, she is under the weather this month and feels overwhelmed with all the things that are on her list. So I'm going solo, and I hope I can bring you as much about the stars and the energies, the chakra energies, as we would if we were doing it together. If you're an astrology expert, go ahead and correct if I say anything wrong. And I just want to do it, guys. I love this stuff. So let's do this. And the birds are out chirping outside for this as well. Okay, so the theme for this month is watch the fireworks. Now, in the US on July 4th, it's our Independence Day, and that means that there's going to be a lot of fireworks. And in also other parts of the world like Canada, France, Colombia, Peru, the Bahamas, all are celebrating their Independence Day as well. So there could be a lot of fireworks in the world. And I mean this literally and metaphorically. So there was two meanings I wanted here, which is, first of all, be careful of the fire within, okay? Be conscious of agitation, aggression, things that are naturally coming from within that are like, ah. And also watch the fireworks, which means watch them as in be careful, and also watch as in observe and enjoy the energy of the fireworks. Wherever you see it in your life, watch, enjoy, observe, see it as a thing of beauty. You know, where is the fire beautiful? And even where it's not, watch it, observe it, rather than be it. Does that make sense? Don't be the fireworks is what I'm trying to say. That's the theme for this month. Numerologically, we have a 13-4, a 1-3/4 month. It's also a 6 year. And that 6 year has 222. Tanya Gabrielle, who I like a lot, she talks a lot about the divine feminine number 13, and she's just a great numerologist. So we're talking about a lot of divine feminine energy here, you guys. And it's funny I would say that because now I can hear a storm brewing. I'm in Florida. And if it brews, let's take it, man. It's beautiful. So we have 1-3-4 month, which is a very heart chakra oriented. It's also about stability, because again, that's our balance point in the chakras, and it's also known in numerology as stability, as foundation. Most foundations have four, like in a house, we have a 4-pointed foundation in a traditional house. And the 13 it's been vilified and seen as a negative number, unlucky 13, because it too is tied to the feminine. And we're ready to take back, right, the number 13 and so many things feminine. So this month to me is about watching the masculine energies that come in, especially if they're toxic masculine, agitation. There's a lot of beautiful sacred masculine. I'm talking more about watching the overly fiery energies and allowing the divine to breathe in that. Or the divine feminine to breathe, and also to bring the divine feminine into balance those energies and to utilize those energies of action and initiation and confidence. Can you feel that? Because as we get later into this, we're coming into Leo season, right? We spend most of the month of July in Cancer, which is mother and love and heart. And then the last part, we go into Leo for the last week or a little more, and we're in the solar plexus, the fire, the initiation. But Leo also is known for a generous heart as well. So we're coming into this month with a few things. First of all, with the recognition that the U.S., you guys, because still the U.S. influences the world, that we're in a Pluto return, and it's scary. Things are pretty tumultuous over here. And on February 20, 2022, and some say on 2 2022. So it depends on who you listen to. But anyway, it's a lot of twos. On that date, we had the first time that it came directly back. Okay, where Pluto returned right where it was when we signed the Declaration of Independence on the birthday of the US. Notice that. 2022 or 222. So it's either 220 or 222. Any way you look at it, because there is disagreement, it's all twos. All twos. It's saying to me that the return after 246 years, it's the slow return of Pluto. Pluto's the farthest one out there, and it digs the deepest, is all about us coming to the feminine. So it's coming back 3 times directly this year. The first one was in February at that 220 or 222. The second one is July 11th. Thankfully, guys, we don't have any aspects really going on that day. So anything that comes up is going to be about this, especially in the US. Okay, but I'm just grateful that there aren't some crazy aspects going on that day. And then finally, December 28th, at the end of the year, we're going to have the final time that Pluto returns to where it was for the US natal, birthday of the independence. Okay, that's one big influence that I just want you to feel into, especially as we go through July 4th, the Independence Day celebration, considered the birthday, and also the 11th. And even if you're not in the US, I know it helps to, like, you're a sibling of the US if you're somewhere else in the world. So watch what happens here. The second one is that Jupiter, since May 10th, Jupiter went into Aries. And man, I feel like this is really showing up in the world, but particularly here in the US. Jupiter is the crown chakra and the expansion. It just makes bigger, and some would say better, about any energy it touches. And going into Aries is all about going into the first sign of the most immature, most initiatory masculine. So think of a teenage boy, okay? So over here in the US, we're seeing a lot of violence. Now, that's not to say it's anything new, but it's reaching new levels, and I want to just note that. So things are burning up, and we also are getting fires again. So the guides actually showed me a funeral pyre. I had to look it up because they showed me and said funeral pyre, and I'm like, let me know something about this. And it's not very common in the US. It's a Hindu rite, usually, or Hindu way of passage. And we only do it in one place, Crest something, Colorado. If you know, you can write it down. Crest something, Colorado. There's one town that it's legal in the US. Anyway, the point is, I want you to ask, as things seem to be burning down around us, what is sacred and can never be lost? That's what remains. Okay? Watch for ego defensiveness, hasty reactions, unconscious aggression, as I said earlier. On the positive side, take advantage of your ability to get spiritually based ideas off the ground and running, your connection to your true identity, because Aries can bring us back to that self, that physical identity self, we're looking at where the body self and the higher self merge here. Okay, and it's also strengthening your ability to stand strong, the body, in what you believe in. Jupiter, the crown. Okay, so those two are meeting. And finally, the third influence that we're coming in with is Sun in Cancer. So the Sun is already in Cancer as we come into the month. So we're coming into mother love. We're coming into heart energy. And I want you to feel into that as things seem crazy around us. If they seem crazy, if they seem volatile, please feel into this Cancer energy. Home, hearth, family, love, comfort, safety, all of these things, all right? And if you feel any frustration, around you, what I was told here was make love, not war. And if you have any mini wars, make love. So this might be a month for great makeup sex, okay? But most of all, that's also saying body over mind or ego, okay? Listen to the body. All right, so week 1 is July 1st through the 3rd, and the theme here is we're going to have fiery and potentially chaotic energy. So I want you to focus at this time on creation over reaction. And it's always interesting to me that these two words are anagrams, creation and reaction. So you get to choose one or the other. Are you creating or are you just reacting? Please feel into being in a space of creation during this month. It feels super important. And some thunder went. You probably didn't hear it because it was pretty quiet, but it just went a little bit of thunder. So let's be in creation. Got it? All right, so let's look at some aspects of this week. July 1st, Mars is in Aries and it is square Pluto and Capricorn. These are two big power players duking it out, you know, because when you're square, it's like, and it's not a bad thing. We can learn from it. Just realize this is going to be fire and then watery earth. So we got solar plexus, root, and sacral. All the lower chakras are in this. Woo! And it could create frustration around money, sex, power. Definitely Plutonian things. I don't even know if we say it that way, but the things that are related to Pluto. And the guides show me to just, again, channel into makeup sex. Make something good, create something good. And if you create rather than react, you won't even have to have makeup sex. It'll just be beautiful lovemaking from the beginning. All right, July 2nd, Mercury is Trine Saturn. And the good news about this is, again, and Mercury's in Cancer, Saturn's in Aquarius. And the good news is your words have the power to make things real. Okay, so on this date, on the 2nd, feel into what you're really saying, because you can commit and be persistent to whatever you talk about at this time. Still, I have some bad news. Mercury is square Neptune on the same day, so your mind can't be too trustworthy. That's your ideas connecting with the nebulous Neptune, so you might be confused, delusional, or even believing or following false ideas. So make sure your body knows the truth of it if you're going to commit to it, because it is a good manifestation day, but not a good mind day necessarily. All right, in week 2, that's going to be July 4th through the 10th. It's still fiery, okay, so keep that in mind. Observe rather than get in the fray. Remember, watch the fireworks. All right, you guys, July 4th, U.S. Independence Day for the U.S. Just literally watch the fireworks if you happen to be in the U.S. at that time. Mars is going to enter Taurus at this time, so you might get a new sense of action, especially in regard to Taurus things like money, luxury, nature. But of course, Taurus is a very strong, bull, fixed sign. So watch stubbornness, especially because Mars is active. It's a warrior and it goes for it. So watch the stubbornness, because rather than it being a passive stubbornness, it might kick in a really like forward, almost in people's face stubbornness. That's never too good. Like a bull, think bull in a china shop. You don't want to be a bull in a china shop, okay? Be the Taurian who's just watching the fireworks. Okay, so on the 5th, Mercury enters Cancer and it sextiles Mars. So your ideas and communication are going to get more compassion from that Cancer aspect, and they might even get more home-oriented, and you can take action on them. You can. That's sextiling being soft and easy with Mars, and I just got another thunder. Don't know if you can hear it. That's why I'm underlining these things. Okay, July 6th, you guys, Venus is sextile Chiron. I love Venus. You know I do. I love to watch and see what the girl does. My guides showed me a cool image for this. This showed me a goddess, like a really hot, beautiful chick, a hot goddess in genuinely interested in like this spiritual geek, like the Chiron alchemist. And it was really ooh, you guys heard that one for sure. So it was a really sweet feeling. So this is the question I got out of that relationship that my guide showed me. It was, can your wounds, because Chiron is about your wounds and the alchemy of healing those wounds, can your wounds be sexy? Ooh, shivers in my legs as I said that. All right. Feel into that one, you guys. I really like that question. July 8th, the sun is square Chiron. Big power players here squaring off, okay? The healer and the identity self, the conscious self. So watch self-criticism. Especially Chiron is very much related to the father and the father wounds. So please, if you're echoing your father's voice of criticism in your head, I invite you to find something else. Find another record to play up there. Dial into another station. All right, be self-loving. Be a loving father to yourself on this day, which will allow you to get the most out of the square to Chiron, of Sun and Chiron, okay? Reshape your identity by loving yourself just as you are. Just as you are, with your talents, do some soft, gentle shadow of like, what are my shortcomings and what gifts do they have for me and how can I love myself more with them, warts and all. And pump up that heart chakra. Okay, this is a day, July 8th. I really want you to focus on heart chakra. So if you have a crystal bowl, if it's heart chakra, if you can put more green, if you can eat more of your green foods and your heart chakra foods, if you can visualize into your heart chakra, if you can do my inner child free meditation on the YouTube channel here. Woo! Another big thunder. This is kind of exciting. I've never had so much thunder, especially during a forecast. That's great. All right, you guys, so that's the 8th. On the 9th, Mercury is square Jupiter. Now, I want you to watch the tendency to exaggerate your ideas. Now, remember, Jupiter's in Aries and Mercury's in Cancer. And that puts more opposition because Mercury in Cancer wants to feel and be compassionate and all this, but Jupiter in Aries wants to just help Aries get it done, and let's just take action and go for it. That young warrior energy, that teenager I told you about. So you can feel where these might be at odds. And I want you to watch the tendency to exaggerate your ideas, again, because that's what Jupiter can do. And also because Mercury is in Cancer, emotional Cancer, you might want to watch exaggerating your moods and your emotions on that day, okay? Just ground yourself. Root chakra work here. This root chakra is your savior. And again, loving yourself, heart chakra energy on this day as well. That one's good all the time, right? Heart chakra energy, grounding, love, grounding and love. All right, you guys, week 3, July 11th through the 17th, I want you to focus on integration and completion. That's what the energy is telling us to do at this time. July 11th, Pluto has its exact US return at 27 degrees of Capricorn for the second time in the year, to finish and do it one more time in December 28th. I'm just glad there's no real aspects here because, and I haven't looked yet to see what aspects are there in December. It feels, with the Pluto aspect and things being as crazy as they are here, it feels really volatile. So I'm not sure if we're going to have an easy day because there really aren't any major aspects, or just if the date itself, the return itself, will cause something. Let's just wait and see, because I can't really say about that. July 13th, but I want you to note it so you can look at it and feel what's happening. Okay, and we got a little more thunder again. July 13, full moon is at 21 degrees Capricorn. So we got a full moon in Capricorn at 2:37 p.m. EDT. And we have a lot of aspects going on at this time. So this is a very full moon. Do you know what I mean? It's full energetically. We're talking about a lot of stuff going on. And I'll get to those. But first, remember, full moons are completions. Capricorn is success around the outer world and your work image, your career image. And so is there an area you want to complete on this? Is there an area you're finished with around work? A work like, I'm done. I've done that work. I've done it. And you guys might notice I haven't been doing too many videos in chakras because I've done over 400, and it really feels like it's getting complete in terms of my creative stages. So I'm moving more into the astrology and more into circling, which I love, 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 love. And I'll still be here for you with the chakras for sure. And I'll be sharing my loves with you. But I do feel myself kind of, closing some things out there in terms of creativity and creating more. So please, will you celebrate your successes, your Capricorn successes and your goals? And, oh no, we're starting to get rain on the roof, you guys. I might have to finish this tomorrow because it gets so loud in this room when it's a Florida type room. So it gets really loud on the roof. Anyway, I'll let a few drops go, but if it gets real loud, I'll finish later. Okay? So full moon, Capricorn. We also have Mercury in Cancer. Remember, that's square to Chiron in Aries. And remember, squares are the battling out. So there's our big thunder again. you might feel divided. Chiron in Aries just wants you to fix and heal. Let's just get to it. Let's fix, let's heal. It wants to make things better, and Mercury in Cancer wants to talk about things and be heard and seen. It's almost like very masculine energy. Let's fix the problem. Very feminine energy. I just want to talk about it. Don't try to fix me. I don't need it. Just, and you can see where those might be in clash. Well, you know where they meet? They meet at Circling Space. So check out the link below and see if you want to come talk. It's Circling Space. And you guys, I don't think you're going to even be able to hear me with all the way the rain gets going here. So I'm going to continue on in a bit. I'm going to let it calm down a little and get back to you. I chose the wrong room to do this today, but I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Thank you. There's still a few drops. I have these beautiful Floridian trees with vines over my place, and they're still dropping a few drops, but that's okay. At least it's not torrential. And it was really interesting because in this forecast, I believe that the thunder and all the craziness is happening stronger in the beginning of the month than in the end of the month. And it was all there as we were doing the first part of the forecast. So let's continue with this full moon and the other energies that are going to be here. Okay, so I last told you about Mercury in Cancer squaring Chiron in Aries. And now I'm going to share with you that Mercury in Cancer is also going to be sextile Uranus, the big surpriser Uranus, right? You might have a change in the way you think and talk about money, nature, or your values. And you might be, because of that Cancer part of the Mercury, you might actually be emotional about this. You might find yourself more emotional about what are my values and how do I feel around money, or have breakthroughs or whatever in regard to your emotions around these things. So look for that. And then Venus in Gemini is going to be trine Saturn in Aquarius. All of this happening with that full moon in 21 degrees of Capricorn on the 13th of July. Okay, I just want to be clear. And this Venus in Gemini trine Saturn in Aquarius is a powerful opportunity for love or your feminine energy. I love Venus, you know I do. To experience commitment, especially you might find a deeper commitment coming with you and your partner, especially if you have a connection through the mind, because both Gemini and Aquarius, you've got Aquarius, the higher mind, the spiritual mind, Gemini, the mental mind, but both just love and mind. So if you think alike, or you have a sapio love, a love that's geared around the mind, you might find that there's going to be a marriage proposal or moving in together or some kind of depth in the relationship. July 17th, 1-7, Mercury's in Cancer still is conjunct with the Sun, also in Cancer, and is trine Neptune, the confuser, the visionary, but they can be nebulous or confusing. So Neptune's going to be in Pisces, it's domicile. And I want you to think of this as being more confident with your vision and your imagination after you've grounded. Remember, we're grounding this week. But watch being a know-it-all with delusional ideas or misconceptions. Like, make sure to do your grounded, real world, that's a hard thing to say, real world research. That's even harder to have the research. So watch for smoke and mirrors, okay? And July, and that's it. That's really the only day that had aspect that I really wanted to talk about here, but watch it because of that energy moving together on the 17th. You might feel it a little before, a little after, and it could be a mixture of confidence from and speaking a lot. Mercury and the Sun speaking a lot about something, and yet Neptune in Pisces could make it really positive and visionary, or it could be a little delusional. So keep it grounded, and then it will be visionary. And that will actually be a good day if you keep it really grounded. Okay, time to romance yourself and shine. That's our theme here. July 23rd, Mercury now in Leo, is trine Jupiter in Aries. So we've got that solar plexus energy. Can you feel that? Leo and Aries, those are the hot fire signs. So quite literally on this day, you're on fire. Popular, likable, your ideas are expansive. This is a great day for any kind of public appearance or allowing yourself to be seen. So if you're ready to do that, take advantage of that, right? It's a beautiful day for that. July 25th, Venus in Cancer. Ooh, Venus likes to be in Cancer. Can you feel it? It's the sweet energy that Venus likes, heart energy. And she's squaring Jupiter in Aries. And Aries is that fire. So you've got this expansion of the masculine facing off with the expansion of the feminine. Heart and mind both want to lead. Heart being the feminine, mind being the masculine in this case. And they both want to lead. And my question is, can you get them to dance together? Rather than having to choose one over the other, can you get them to dance together? That's going to be the challenge of this square, okay? July 28th, there's a new moon in Leo at 1:58 p.m. EDT. Yes, you guys, I live in Florida now, so I'm doing EDT, Eastern Time in the U.S. Of course, Leo's about stepping up and out and shining. So this is a great day to set intentions around what will naturally come on the 23rd. So maybe you'll get a taste of it on the 23rd. Now set intentions for new areas of confidence, leadership, and showing up. Ta-da! That was not a very good ta-da! So July 31st, so many aspects, you guys, going out with a bang. July this month is going out with a bang. We have Mercury and Leo opposing Saturn in Aquarius. And regard to this, you want to challenge yourself to make your passionate ideas progressive, okay? So that Leo and Mercury, passionate ideas, things you believe in, new thinking. Well, not even new thinking, but passion, definitely. Things you love and things you're fired up about. And then opposing Saturn in Aquarius, so there's these opposite energies. And again, if you can blend opposites, it's like doing shadow work, right? So Saturn in Aquarius is new age ideas that are actually sustainable. So this is a really good energy. I like it. Opposition scares some people. No, they're just saying, hey, let's cover it all. Let's cover the whole field. In a way, a yin-yang sign, the symbol of harmony, is pure opposition, right? Two opposites. Okay, Venus in Cancer. These are all on the 31st, you guys. Venus is in Cancer, squaring Chiron in Aries. Again, we have sort of this Venus Cancer feminine energy, Chiron in Aries masculine energy. So you want to find a balance between, again, expressing your feelings and fixing things, like just letting yourself be with what something feels like versus just trying to fix it to get out of it. Does that make sense? And if you can be the ear for someone else to do that, you feel into what they're wanting or needing, or ask them. Like, find that balance with them. Okay, Uranus in Taurus is conjunct the North Node, also in Taurus. So you might see a change, a surprising change, or just like you might feel differently suddenly about your values, your money, or your material world. Yeah, because the North Node's the big soul lesson, right? It's where we're moving. It's what we're moving toward. And Uranus likes to shake things up. And it could be Uranus is also very technologically connected. So if technology is in your world in any of these areas, there might be a big change around that too. So communally, we might see a change in some technology at the end of the month, but also in your personal life, you might see that as well. And finally, we've got the Sun in Leo, trine Jupiter in Aries. This energy is so expansive, so expansive. You know, this is a day you could get big acknowledgement if you're willing to let it in. Are you? Are you willing to let it in? And are you willing to be seen? Because Jupiter, again, Leo and Aries, the big fire makers, the solar plexus, and Sun, the ego self, and Jupiter, the highest self, but expands whatever it touches. So as it's trining the sun, it's just going to help you to shine. A lot of opportunities to shine at the end of the month here in the last week. Really love it. So guys, let's talk about the worst days of the month. July 1 and 2 is what I'm picking because it just feels like I want you to remember as we're coming into the month to watch the fireworks, not be them. I want you to watch volatility. We've already had so many things happening here in the US that just are saying we need to put the brakes on volatility, on reactivity, and be more proactive, creative, and heart-oriented. Anyway, the month gets easier as we go. And the best day, I have to go one way or the other, okay? I'm gonna say the 31st feels awesome, but it might overwhelm some. So make sure you're really grounded, because it's like a buffet. When you go to a buffet, seems like a beautiful thing, but then you eat way too much food and you feel sick afterwards. Like the 31st, if you take it in, you don't eat it all, you don't eat the entire buffet, then I pick the 31st. If you want a day that comes in a slightly softer, more manageable form that will also promote your feeling great about yourself, I'm going to say July 23rd is the best day. It'll allow you to shine, and that is what Leo season is all about, right? Okay, you guys, I'm back, and I have the goddess cards, and I'm going to shuffle them 3 times. I'm not doing tarot like Tiffany because I don't have the kind of background she does in it, and I don't feel ready to really just pick from 72 tarot cards, but I love the goddesses, and I love the feeling of how they can support us. So I'm going to pick one goddess for the first half of the month of July and one goddess for the second half. All right, let's see what we got here. First half of the month, our goddess is Kali. Ooh. Let me show you Kali. The old must be released so that the new can enter. Oh, you guys, remember I saw my guide showed me the pyre, the funeral pyre. Sorry, dogs barking outside, but it's good. It all fits with the Kali card, right? And the funeral pyre does as well. So this is the perfect card to remember that Kali only comes in and wipes away that which no longer belongs or needs to be here. You know, it's a destruction for creation. So what is it that's sacred to you? What is it that's important that it remains, and what will remain, right? It will. Whatever is soulfully important will remain. So stay in peace with that, okay? And watch the fireworks, don't be them. Here we go. Second goddess for the second half of the month. Athena, inner wisdom. Inner wisdom. Beautiful owl there. Has a coolness to it. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. So it's still active. We go into Leo season. We have Jupiter and Aries. There's a lot of fire happening there, but it's a fire of shining, a fire of taking action, a Mars energy that's positive, is what, especially in the last week. Time to shine, time to take action. Go for it. Use Leo season for what it's good for, right? Take that fire and go with it. At that time, though, you're being the focused fire, almost like a sweet blowtorch, or, blowing glass. It's got purpose. You're still not the fireworks, okay? You're not the fireworks. You're not the reaction. You are the creator. So that in that way, we can have Athena help us for the second half of the month, and we can have Kali there, and we can be there and calm as she destroys some things in the first half of the month. Kali, she's real. This goddess is real. So thanks for being with me here today, you guys. I'm leaving you links for videos below, and also links for discount in my store. You can get my chakra healing tattoos or come have a session with me. And also for circling space. Really cool new offer. Check it out. I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm going to let you check it out. And I will see you on next month's video. Have a beautiful July.